everybody, Dr. Leslie here. I wanted to jump on really quick and talk with you guys about inflammation because this is a real hot topic right now. You're going to go out on the web and everybody's going to be talking about inflammation, and you're going to be reading blogs about anti-inflammatory herbs and foods and all of these things. Okay. And of course, as I jump on to record this, the construction crew remodeling the office suite below my office is going into full gear. So if you hear some banging, it's because they're remodeling a dental suite below my office. So anyway, getting back to inflammation. Okay, so a lot of people have read things that indicate that their migraines or other health concerns that they have going along with their migraines are a result of chronic inflammation. So let's talk about inflammation, because there's a real misunderstanding that if you have chronic inflammation, you should take anti-inflammatory herbs. Okay, now people realize now that taking anti-inflammatory drugs can introduce side effects or have other adverse effects. So when you think of an anti-inflammatory drug, prednisone is probably the most effective anti-inflammatory drug. It just, boom, knocks out the body's ability to generate inflammation. It alters the body's biochemistry so that it can't generate inflammation for a short period of time. Then the drug is eliminated from the system and the body starts generating the inflammation again. But like prednisone is very, very effective at stopping the biochemistry of inflammation. So people realize that if they take prednisone, that comes with a lot of side effects. Very, very common side effect to taking prednisone that is not talked about is mental emotional symptoms. So I've worked with many people over the years that developed panic attacks after taking a course of prednisone. Some people, I would say probably the most common mental emotional side effect with prednisone is anxiety, some sort of anxiety manifestation. And unfortunately, this will commonly last long after, potentially, the prednisone has left the body, been metabolized and left the body, because it leaves an energetic disturbance within the body that continues to spin anxiety. Some people can experience low mood as a mental emotional side effect of prednisone. And then particularly for children, but also some adults, but children are at risk of actually psychosis, okay, where they have a psychotic break and they might experience hallucinations, violent mood swings, violent reactions, etc. Children are more at risk of that, but it can happen in adults too. So, many people having experienced that effect with prednisone or other side effects that are less severe, they want something quote unquote natural, right? And so this is where you have a multi-million-dollar industry of people selling anti-inflammatory supplements. Okay, and I'm sure you've read all of the blog posts about this. So wouldn't it be better to take a natural anti-inflammatory? This is the assumption. Right now, if I take an anti-inflammatory herb or supplement, I have never heard of anyone having psychosis from taking turmeric. Okay, probably one of the most widely touted anti-inflammatory herbs. Okay, so side effects are going to be less. Okay, because they're not as strong and they're not as altering to the energetic aspect of the body and the biochemical aspect of the body as prednisone. But do they have an anti-inflammatory effect? Yes. Now, what's the harm in this? Okay, the harm in this is that your body is generating the chronic inflammation for a reason. So this is where I'm going to go into what is inflammation. Inflammation is a beneficial process in the body. When we are injured and we need to heal, the body generates inflammation. And so a common example of this is when you sprain your ankle. And shortly after you sprain your ankle starts to swell up, it gets hot, it gets red. That's your body generating local inflammation to the area. Your immune system comes in, starts releasing different chemicals to set off this inflammation cascade, so that the body starts pulling blood into the area, nutrients into the area, immune system cells into the area, all so that the body can heal the ankle. Okay, so it's a healing process. It's a beneficial process. Now, with our ankle, what we expect is that we would have acute inflammation, right? So acute inflammation means that the body starts this inflammatory process, and then as the area is healed, the inflammatory process subsides, right? Because it's not needed anymore. An acute inflammation means a self-limiting inflammation, or an inflammation that goes away once it's not needed anymore. So chronic inflammation comes about when the body starts generating inflammation to heal itself, but it cannot complete the healing process. Okay? So it's the misconception out there is that you have chronic inflammation because your body has gone haywire, that your body is somehow stupid, and that it's mistakenly generating inflammation. If that were the case, then it would make sense to take something to turn it off, because the body's doing it for no reason, incorrectly, stupidly. Okay, so let's try to turn it off. But that's not the case. If you have chronic inflammation, your body is generating the inflammation because it's trying to heal. All chronic inflammation starts off as acute inflammation, but the body wasn't able to complete the healing process. This is so critical. It's not, so taking an anti-inflammatory herb shuts down the healing process. Okay? So to eliminate chronic inflammation, what we have to do is we have to go in and we have to complete the healing process. We have to give the body what it needs so that it can heal. And then the chronic inflammation subsides, just like acute inflammation goes away, right? So I hope you guys found this beneficial. I wanted to get this information out to you because it's so widely misunderstood. Now, if you want to know what it takes for your body to heal, I have a free training on this called the 5 Steps to Healing Migraines Naturally. Okay? And so I go over what it takes, what we have to do to get your body to heal. Okay? So I am going to post a link to that in the comments to this. All right? So let me know in the comments if you have any other questions, if you found this helpful, etc. Love to hear from you guys. Talk to you soon. And thank you for listening. Before you go, be sure to like this episode and subscribe to this podcast. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and other popular podcast platforms. Do you have someone in your life who would benefit from what we talked about today? Please share it with them. Share on your social media. Share within other migraine Facebook groups that you are in. We really want to get the word out that you can recover your health and stop getting chronic migraines. And if you want to stay connected, join my free migraine Facebook group with over 11,000 women who are rediscovering a migraine-free life. Go to Healing Migraines Naturally with Leslie Caesar, ND, on Facebook, or to healingmigrainesnaturally.com, and we'll redirect you to the Facebook group.